Okay, good. All set.
Good morning, everyone. Today we're gonna talk about PowerPoint. This is our company's name, Northwind Trader, and here is the address. Here is the website. Now let me introduce my partner, Hamza, Alex, and Jessica. My name is Elsa. We're gonna show you how we use Access when we are in work. As we know, PowerPoint have a lot of complex work when you in work. So we're gonna show you a lot of the detail and help you to solve the complex problem in the Access. This is our company's title for our partner. Hamza is the supervisor, and me is the cashier. Alex is the deli counter, and Jessica is the customer service. Supervisor Hamza is the manager the store in order, and deli counter for Alex. He gonna prepare the deli food for the customer and help the customer get the right product. And Jessica is helping the customer find a specific product and help to answer customer questions. And my duty is cashier. I receive and disperse the money. This is the topic we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about how to change the names, how to change the order date and filter the report and make chart, macro and table, and create an attachment and email address, something like that. Now, let Hamza talk about more detail.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So here we have need a quick update for the name, for the first and the last name, as is shown right there. The second row, we replaced the last name and the first name. And you will see it automatically in the database. Here we put a query. It's right down there. So for the order date, the user requested to show the data in a certain date, and as you can see there, it's between a 2007, January 2007, and that's March 2007. And here, after the updates, the query is should be between January 2012 and March 2012, and this is the result as is shown in the last row, in the last column. That you can see all part of it. It's the data just between 2012, and here we have the reports. Before the update, it was all the categories of the revenue reports, and after we have down there, it's the filter by confections, which just makes it easier that the report is filtered by any category we want, which we don't have to go through all the rows that we have, all the data. And here is it's here. There you go.
Well, here we needed to, as you can see, we changed the ship date. That's actually after we changed that ship date. Here was what we got as a result. And this is another ship date and category name that we needed to change. This is the way it looked before we did the whole changes. This is what we got there. This was all the countries and the different dates that we had with product name as well.
So at the end of this section, we saved the database under another name, and we modified the ship date, so it just showed May 2012, the only month. Our goal is to use the month of May as an example to show how to filter the query by the ship date field. And we also changed the category name and made it into beverages, and it showed the query from May 3rd until May 31st. Okay. We created a query by adding fields from specific tables from the order details, the product, and the categories table. And this shows the order date field starting from January 5th. And the revenue field we formatted to show the currency format into dollars. And we added criteria into the order date field to show specific dates. We added a calculated field to show the revenue, so we formatted it into the currency, so we showed in their dollar amount. We created a similar query based on the revenue one and updated the criteria for the revenue and discount field while grouping it by the quantity. And then we compact and backed up the database.
So here we have another table that we want to update the name, which you can see is located right at the fifth row, and that's before the update. And here, after the updates, we replace the first and the last name in the fifth row with Elsa's name. It was easy; we just change the name and it stays automatically. Here we have the revenue by month query that is requested by the user, and it shows the query has like 20 discounts, unit price, the product cost, the category name, the revenue, ship date, and the last name, which we're gonna use later on for some other uses for the unit price and the product cost. And here is the pivot chart for the beverage dairy sales in 2012, which it shows the revenue for 2012 and for the 3 users that we have, and it shows the up and downs for the sales for the dairy and the beverages.
So in this slide, we created a new form based on the customers table, and we named it Lookup Customer Data. We had modified the edits property so that the form could not be edited by anybody, and we set a tab stop. Then we set a tab stop on the order subform so that the cursor wouldn't show in the subform. In this one, we created a data back row for the product cost to be greater than the unit price to show the increase for the company in sales, and for the condition of the product cost to be greater than the unit price, there'd be a warning message that would pop up, and it would say that it was true. In this one, the product cost shows that $12.95 is for field 1 for the product cost. And for the next one, it shows that we created a multiple form for the products table to change the product cost to $22.95, which it shows there, and the warning message came up that it was true, that the product cost must be greater than the unit price. And then we created a new report based on the revenue query, and we used the wizard report to do that. We entered the category name and the revenue field, and we included that the sum and the percent of the total revenue, and then we changed the title to revenue by category summary.
Now I'm gonna talk about the make table and append table and delete table. This is the before for the order table, and then after we do the update for the United Kingdom customer, and then you put the criteria like UK, and you change the form, and when you do the make table, you put the criteria in like Sweden, and then like later we're gonna put the criteria like copy on the Slovenian order table, and then change everything. After we do all the delete table and change everything, this in order like the ship country, like they will source a lot, but I don't like touch a lot of them. They have Sweden, Norway, and a lot of details.
And here we have a form, the order processing form, which it doesn't show there, but it has 830 row, which is a lot for the user. So we did the filter. We did the filter right on here. For each button, it has a user ID. That just by clicking there, it filters automatically and it shows automatically just the data for certain users that we have, and we don't have to go through all the 830 data that we have. This is
Yeah.
there you go.
So in this exercise actually was a, according to what we have in the book, it was to attach pictures into different, attachments that we have. So this is the first slide that we had before I did the change. So basically you can see there on record 8, it says only your name, that's where I needed to put my first and last name. That's what I got. Alex Chicago. Actually put in capitals so maybe you guys able to see it. That was the result of that. Then later on, I believe they I needed to add 2 additional fields, and it was email and photo. You can see the last 2 fields there. And as you can follow my name, Alex Chicago, you can see that I added the email and the attachment field with no pictures yet. After that, I add the emails to 4 different people, including myself, and I needed also to attach 1 picture for each one of the persons that we have on list here. All the pictures we found in the city. And that's the final result. Actually, it was very easy. The last picture is me, actually down below, and that was the different people there on the list. You hardly can tell. All right.
Any questions?
So, thank you for everybody.
Excellent job. Thank you very much. That was great, guys.